to the channel, guys. So you might hear a little ruckus in the background. King's back there with his daddy, but we're just doing baby hairs and how I maintain my deep wave hair from allove hair. I have not done anything to this hair for a whole week. I've been sick. I feel so bad still, but we still maintaining, and plus these companies was getting on my ass. So yeah, anyway, y'all about to see if this hair can take Chanelle, basically the heat of Chanelle. I have not brushed it, no nothing, literally. So what we're going to do first is part these baby hairs, or whatever you want to call it. This is probably too much hair right here. I am going to try and make these as natural as possible. Like I said, as possible. I only pull out hair from right here. I don't go too far back because, I don't know, it don't look right to me. So yeah, King is shushing his cousin. So I'm going to pull all this hair back, and I'm going to start, let me zoom in. I'm going to start first by taking a razor. I'm going to start on this side. You can start in the middle. Usually people do that. It's kind of easy for them, but I'm just going to start right here. So, oh, excuse me, I use my finger a little bit to kind of pull some hairs out. I'm going to make these real small baby hairs, like lengthwise. Okay, so this is going to be like one little swoop right here. Even though I may do a middle part, you won't be able to see this, but if I was to basically pull my hair back, you would be able to see these. So, like I said, I took off a lot of hair because they're going to be small. Like small. And then I have sideburns. Like I told you guys in the last video, I like to do a little bit thicker sideburns just because I embrace mine now. I used to try and gel them up in middle school and like hide them basically, but your girl embraces them. People used to call me a monkey and stuff, you know. Really, King? You dirty.
Dirty.
You are dirty, honey. I'll let you say hi to the camera in a second. So, as you guys can see, this might be a little thicker hair, but I don't really care. I'm just razoring off hair at the length that I think is appropriate. Like, you know, I'm gonna take Got To Be glue and brush my baby hairs down like this. And with this formula, you have to work really fast. So you guys can use mousse, which a lot of actual like hairstylists, they use mousse, but I do this so that I don't have to do my baby hairs over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So actually I'm going to start with the middle and just kind of brush the baby hairs. And plus with mousse, the hair sometimes doesn't stick in place. And that's just that. And if I feel like the baby hairs are too close or too thick, I just brush them back into my wig. And that's just that simple. I'm trying to do this quickly because the freaking camera is about to die. That just made me so mad. But you guys see it's so much easier to do baby hairs when they're actually small, like your real baby hairs, instead of long, like how some people just, they don't cut enough enough hair off. You take the comb and you use your finger as well, and you swoop with the comb. Take the brush to add any like finishing like swoops or anything, but I use the comb to mold the baby hairs, and then the brush to kind of smooth things out, and my finger need be. See, it's already drying. Then again, I'm gonna pull some baby hairs back and then create the ones that I want. I could cut them more, but it's just, like I said, it's just easier to swoop them when they're shorter. And if they don't look as good, little boy, if they don't look as, oh, King.
Charger.
If they don't look as good, then, like I said, cover it up with your hair. So what I'm going to do off camera is wet my hair literally with a spray bottle and throw some oil on your hair. Just do a few dabs on your hand and then go like this and brush through your hair. I'm going to be back. The camera's dying. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. But there's my baby hairs. They could look a little better, but the glue started drying up. And all you have to do is use your finger and pick some of the hair up and push it to the back if you don't like how thick it is. But yeah, it's super simple when you cut the hair short. Easier to move, because also baby hair, like, if you don't cut it short, it'll blend in with your, I don't know, it's just weird to me when people don't cut the hairs like short. And I'm not even gonna talk because I used to not cut it short. This is the baby hair step. Now we're going to show you what this hair looks like when it's all glossed up and done. Like I said, spray the hair with water. Don't drench it, but spray it enough to where it's wet. Like, it could be dripping just a little bit, but you just want to make it wet. That's what we're going for, okay? So again, there's my baby hairs, and I use Got To Be glue because I don't have to go back in and do it until I'm ready to take my wig off. Okay, so here's the wet hair with oil on it. I haven't brushed through it yet because I'm trying to show you guys how this hair is and if it lasts long. I'm just gonna part the hair down the middle somewhat and take it in 2 sections and brush it. That's usually how I do it. And as you guys can see, it's not. So I'm using this detangling brush, and it's detangling. It's probably just taking a little bit longer because the hair is not super wet. And because, like I said, I haven't brushed the hair since I put it in my head that day I was filming. He's just mad because he can't have any more candy. It's late, first of all. And second of all, candy ain't really good for baby. That's why he don't like to eat real food, because he eats snacks. So it looks stringy, but that's obvious with hair like this. When you brush it, all you have to do is either scrunch it or let it dry and it goes back. This hair actually is cute. Don't know if you guys can see. I'll try and get in right here. So this is brushed. This is not brushed. I'm gonna go off camera again and brush this side and brush all the way through again. Probably with the wide tooth comb as well, so I can brush, and I'll show you guys how much hair I've pulled out. Right now, this is how much hair I pulled out. Some is including my hair. The little raggedy balls in the middle is my hair, but that's how much hair I pulled out. And I mean, it's good considering I haven't brushed this hair at all, and it's not like pulling and tugging and getting caught in the brush, so that's good. But like I said, I'm gonna brush through it with this brush, And also with a wide tooth comb, don't laugh at my comb, it's broke right there for some reason, but it's not really wide tooth, but I want the hair to be able to, like, I want to see if I can do this, you know? Basically what I'm doing right now. And I probably won't do all the way to the root of the hair, but I may at least do it to the end so that when we do this next step, it doesn't get all tangly. I want it to be like stringy because we're going to go for a wet look. Okay, so I've brushed my hair out. I'm going to go in with this big comb because I was gassing it with that little one. And show you guys what it looks like when I use the actual wide tooth comb. My hair is not so wet anymore. It's starting to dry up and I can kind of tell, but like I said, I put like, I wouldn't even say a dime size, like a quarter size, a little bit more than a quarter size of oil in my hair, and I tried to go like, you know, all through it. Ooh, there's some knots on this side. But we're going for the wet look, so I always put, you know, a little oil on my hair before we do that. It locks in the wetness, the little moisture, and we're going to add some more oil here in just a second. I only add oil on this hair because honestly it needs it when it's dry. This hair, I didn't put no oil, I didn't put no product on it, and it was dry, but not like, it was separable, like without even being wet. So that's good. And then I'm gonna part the hair. So I'm gonna start with this side right here. I have a piece of hair in my eye somewhere. Start with this side right here. I haven't done nothing to the hair. I haven't, like, what's that word? Trimmed it or anything, or whatever the word's called. I'm gonna take just a little bit of mousse. I'll show you how much mousse. For this side, I'm gonna take this mousse, just put it through my hands and through the hair. I'm making sure I get mostly at the top and then working my way to the bottom so I can work it through the hair. If you have to, do more, but you're gonna apply another product on the hair, so you don't want to do too much of anything really. And this is curling mousse by Design Essentials. Really good mousse. Mousse, fingers, hands, whatever. Start at the top, work your way to the bottom. Just like that. So this is giving it the wavy curl, the bounce, all that good stuff. And then what I'm going to do is add oil to the bottom of my hair. I'll show you guys. Oil to the bottom of my hair. Oh, it's dripping off. Go like this. You should have like a little layer on your hands. And I'm going to start at the bottom. And then go like this again and work at the top to the bottom. And if you have to, do it in the front. Super simple and easy. I'm going to go back at the bottom and make sure I didn't miss like the actual ends. The ends get dry, so this is why I add more oil. And then just shake your hair, like rough your hair up, scruff your hair up, whatever the word is. Just like that. And you're looking good. The last part is using the wet line, Extreme Professional, however you call it, whatever you want to call it. The wet line, I love it. I always use this for my curly hair, and I probably will always use it for my curly hair because it doesn't get super duper like crunchy. So I took just a finger, like a scoopful, put it over my hands. You should have a layer over your hands. You shouldn't have too much. And what you're going to do is brush at the top first. And then brush down. And take the rest of the gel, you know, smooth it out. And go like this first. Make sure you're grabbing all of your hair too. Grab your hair and pull. And then you can start on one side. and run your fingers through, you're gonna have to add a little bit more, but just a tad bit more to your hand. Like, it shouldn't even be a noticeable amount, like dripping amount. You're gonna do the other side. If you feel like you put too much, just try and like go at the top, go back to this side. But basically what you're doing is adding the final wetness to the hair. I'm going to just part my hair with my fingers because this would be considered like my just getting out of the shower look, even though when I get out the shower I still do this routine. And I'm only doing it quick because look at how quick you could walk out the house after brushing out their hair from not brushing it for a week. You could walk out the house and look good, smell good, but your hair, I mean, your hair's not super duper wet like dog wet. Like, you know how wet dogs be like skinny when they got, when they get wet, like the long hair dogs. But you also do look fresh as hell. Like you just got out the shower, which you most likely you want to do this after the shower, like going to school and stuff, and in the morning, because you don't have time to do your actual hair. And this is basically the only thing I do to deep wave hair. So yeah, it's cute and it's long, and you guys can see it's starting to dry up, but it doesn't look super duper dry. You have to carry some oil around, but don't oil it too bad. But the oil just adds so much like shine and luster to the hair. Looks super duper cute. Again, this is allove hair. They have hair care tips on the back. I use my own hair care tips and it does me justice. So yeah, be on a lookout for my next hair video. Thank you allove hair for sending me this hair. I truly love it, and it's the fall, so you know I like curly hair definitely for the fall. It fits and it's long, so it's gonna keep, I guess, my shoulders and my neck warm. But yeah guys, get into this routine. If you didn't see the part 1 to this video, go watch it, because I showed you guys how I basically got a natural looking hairline as best as possible, and then I showed you guys how I cut the baby hairs. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.